looks so stupid in that picture. Do, 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 do. Get my tea glass out of all the wires. Maybe that'll work. Oh. Say what up, beautiful people. See if I can cover my head. I don't need to see me. No? No. Alrighty. Hey, hey, my Amy. It's just me and you, girlfriend. Well, no, there's somebody. That might be Abby, though. I meant to take a picture. I ended up putting a drawing for beginners channel. How you doing? Amy just got the notification. Well, that's pretty good. But let's see if I can, hey, she's gone country. Can you see it? Can you see it? I kind of sort of got it set up. Hey, Instant Shop. I'm doing great. Me too, drawing for beginners. So how is all of y'all doing? Well, that sounded so hick. Well, I am kind of hick, so. My eyeball kind of hurts. I don't know why. Hey, Brett. Rachael. That's cute. I like that. Check it out. You know, still got it wearing. But did you see it, Brett? Did you see it? Did you see it? Over there on my dresser. You sound like you're still in Louisiana. No, I'm just countrified hick. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh. Sorry for all the jiggles. Yeah, that'll work. That'll do it. That'll work. That'll get her done. See, it looks... Oh, it looks more blurry on the computer than it does on my thing. I haven't... Well, I did put the beehive up. haven't bought the In My Gardener grab bags. She's Gone Country, but I have bought their seeds. I got what did I get from them? I got my black carrots and my cucamelons and a few other things from In My Gardener. But I haven't got the grab bag. But that might be something I look into because I get paid Monday. I know I want to get some more seeds. I just don't know if I'm going to get them now or if I'm going to wait till spring. Wow, $10 for 30 seed packs. That's like amazing. That's like getting 20 for free. Do you get to pick with 30, or is it just like a kind of a surprise? Or you just kind of pick what kind of season? Or do you get to pick any 30 you want? Because that would be cool. I don't know, I guess I need to get me some turnip seeds. Surprise, that makes me nervous. Yeah, that would make me nervous too. Because, you know, I don't think the whole 30 could be things that you wouldn't want, but, you know, like half, maybe, things you might not want to plant. Because I don't do a lot of kale or lettuce or any of that, spinach, because it's so hot and it's bitter because of the heat. But I thought about making a cold frame, and that way I could at least grow spinach and cabbage. Yeah, I can't figure out why I would want to plant turnips either, but apparently, you know, it's something that needs to be done. I need to try them so I can give up my potatoes, which I don't see happening. Yeah, from She's Gone Country, from what I hear, if you have an actual, you know, if they survive like coldness, they're sweeter, but in our heat, they're just bitter. Yeah, I do need Malabar spinach. I just, I don't have any seeds, and I'm not sure if, you know, I have to research it. Hey, Thrifty VG. Say hello from Long Island. Is your weather getting any cooler? I know ours isn't. Give up potatoes, never. Exactly, She's Gone Country. I was told that I could replace turnips with, or I could replace potatoes with turnips, and I'm like, I love my fried potatoes, baked potatoes, mashed potatoes. I kind of sound like a Bubba Gump when it comes to potatoes. It rained last night, so now it's really cold. I can imagine. I wish it would rain here. We haven't had rain in so long, I almost forgot what it smells like. For Evo, they're all good. No, turnip fries. No. Actually, you know, if you seasoned it right, it might not be that bad. You know, get like that, kind of like an all seasoning mixed with maybe some chili powder. Dipped with dipping ranch. I don't know. It may be doable. I've never had a turnip, so I couldn't tell you. Mr. Turnip Head. But I've never had turnips, so. I love the Broussard family. They're my fave. Hey, the Dragon Lady Philippines. How are you doing? I'm kind of hungry. I haven't eaten yet. So food might come flying through here as usual. You see, She's Gone Country. I have a tad bit of Irish in me too. And, yeah, I think it's law that we have to eat potatoes. Especially fried potatoes. I could live off of fried potatoes. I know it's not good for you, but man, I love them. I like doing fried potatoes with even scrambled eggs and bacon bits and sausage. You know, break up the sausage. And you can wrap it up in a tortilla for like a breakfast burrito, or just have it on your plate. I've done it with scrambled eggs. I've done it with sunny side up eggs. I love fried potatoes. Of course, I think they call it hash browns. But mine are still fried potatoes because they're cut up in chunks and not grated. What are you doing, dog? I don't trust her. She might be going to find something to chew on. What you doing, Pipsqueak? You being a good girl? You got your toy over there. You don't have to put everything on a tortilla. But, you know, it just makes things better. It makes it hand food. Because like that beef stew and rice that I made the other day.
I come bearing gifts.
Oh, yes. Now, if I just had food, it'd be...
We got the sodas for free, so we only spent $4.
Sweet. And that's why I have a soda addiction.
Accurate.
Thank you, my child. I got soda. When she comes back, I'll tell her you said hi. Hey, she might actually pop in. Who knows? Maybe. When that first taste of Dr. Pepper touches your soul. It's actually my first one today. But, no, you don't have to put everything on a tortilla, but if you do, it makes it hand food. Like the beef stew and rice, I put it in a tortilla with cheese and ranch. I've put breakfast stuff in tortillas, chili stuff in tortillas. I've made chili dogs with tortillas instead of hot dog buns. My mom loves that because my mom doesn't really like hot dog buns. She doesn't like how thick the bread is. So when she came to visit me, she said she really wanted a chili dog, but she didn't want the bread. And I'm like, I can put it on a tortilla. And she kind of looked at me funny. So I heated up a tortilla, took a big spoonful of chili and kind of smeared it around. And then sprinkled cheddar cheese and then put the hot dog on it. And rolled it up and gave it to her. Yeah, she was in love with it. The only thing I haven't put on a tortilla yet is pizza. And yeah, it is kind of basically flatbread, but it's not really thick, and I think it might even have like less carbs or something because I don't know, it doesn't have yeast in it, so it doesn't make your stomach all bloated. I love tortillas. I could see me turning a tortilla into a pizza. I've built pizzas on toast. That's when I was real little and really poor. And he makes me hungry too. But I've also taken canned biscuits and rolled them out and made pizzas out of that. I've used French bread for pizza. I don't think I've ever done tortillas though. Maybe I have and I just don't remember. I mean, that would be cool. Yeah, Dragon Lady, I love pizza too. It's like my favorite. Except I don't ever get to have it the way I want it because nobody else likes mushrooms but me. But my favorite is that deep dish pizza from like Pizza Hut or Little Caesars. With tons of Parmesan on it with pepperonis and mushrooms. That would be my ideal favorite pizza. You can use zucchini slices to make pizza. Yeah, Amy, I saw Nathan from Samson Farm do that. And if my zucchini plants grow that I have, thank you. I'm going to try that. But I haven't even tried the what do you call it? The spaghetti squash. I haven't even tried it as spaghetti yet. That's something I want to do. But I did see one of those kitchen hack DIYs where they took, I guess it was spaghetti squash, and they cut it in half and baked it for a little bit, and then they took it out and put meatballs and spaghetti sauce and cheese and baked it for a little longer and ate it that way. I thought about doing something like that, but you can use zucchini as spaghetti too. See, I've never done that. Maybe I should, because you always end up with more zucchini than you know what to do with. Zoodles. Actually, right now I want some ramen noodles with hot sauce. I don't know why, I just do. Or spaghetti and meatballs. And all this talking about food's really making me hungry. I heard her say something, but I couldn't make out what it was. We need to come back to Louisiana. We need to cook all kinds of stuff for you. Yeah, because I'm so, not sheltered. Don't know a whole lot of Louisiana dishes. I know southern dishes, like barbecue. And. Did I say barbecue? Catfish and, ribs. Okay, that's barbecue, but you know what just grilled food. I love grilled food. Uncultured. That's funny. Yeah, maybe I am, but what I do know how to cook, I know how to cook well, so that makes up for it. You'd think I would know more since I've been, like, to so many states. Ooh, what you getting, Halo? Hulu? Holo?
I was about to say, it's polo.
I heard you through the door. Yeah, we are making everybody hungry. On. Oh, wait a minute. No. Sun Holo. AKA Han Solo. Okay, I just couldn't resist. There's a puppy. How you doing?
We're getting McChickens. He deceived you. Or do you want something else?
No, he didn't deceive me.
He said chicken.
Oh, I didn't see that. I was too busy making fun of his name.
Oh.
Yeah, hey, San Holo is actually an artist, by the way.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's like a song artist. They make like EDM music.
Well, apparently San Holo is a artist, music artist. Brett says, "Hey, Megan," or "Hi, Megan."
Hi, Brett.
She's, "Hi, Brett. I'm eating dinner.
Hi,
You're not
Amy."
making me hungry by talking about food." Fiji, that's no fair.
But, Leon, we're getting Leon a 6-inch tuna from Subway. So we're thinking just for chickens on our end. Is that okay?
The chicken nuggets if they're cheap enough.
I know they have like the 4-piece, but I'm not sure you're hungry on that.
Yeah, if it comes down to the 4-piece, just give me a McChicken, because that's a lot bigger.
Yeah, the 4-piece is the cheapest one they have.
Oh yeah, then okay, then just give me a McChicken
Okay.
with barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce?
Yeah, you can just ask for the full thing
Yeah.
of barbecue sauce, and I'll put it on that.
Yeah, okay.
You can get it plain.
Okay.
Okay.
You want one or two?
Oh, two.
Two.
Dose, please. My hair is itching my face. I'm sorry. Supper decisions. See, Amy, that's the difference between you and me. You call it supper, I call it dinner. I've noticed that. And I'll tell them hi when you come back, or when they come back. But I noticed that a couple weeks ago, because you always call it supper, I always call it dinner. Is dinner a Yankee thing? Hi, Mr. Megan. It's dinner soon here too. Right, the Dragon Lady? Actually, it's 6:20. A lot of people probably have already eaten in our area. Jesus didn't eat the last dinner. He ate the last supper. Alrighty then. That's beautimous. Hey, Bobby. How you doing? I sure does love you, young lady. Loves you too, Bobby. Dinner, supper, just don't call me late. Right, that's how I am. Hey, Teresa from Stringfield Ridge Farm. I always have to slow down when I say that. Stringfield Ridge Farm. That's how Danny taught me. So where does the word dinner come from? It had to come from somewhere. I mean, you got a valid point. Jesus ate at the Last Supper, not the last dinner. But, you know, I don't know. We've always called it dinner. Somebody needs to Google that. Where did the word dinner come from? And then let me know. Oops. I didn't mean to hit that loud. I'm sorry. We can call it dinner too. See, yeah, I've always called it dinner. Then, sup. We actually really use verbs. So we're having, or I'm having a McChicken, or 2 McChickens. I was gonna have fried chicken, but then I realized I had live tonight. Like, I ain't got time to fry it. I have to do that tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll make fried chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, and probably green beans. And who knows, maybe I'll try to make some homemade biscuits. Broccoli cheese pasta. I love broccoli cheese pasta. Actually, I like the broccoli cheese rice that you get in the package, which I guess is the same as the pasta. It comes in that green package. I love that stuff. Amy, you grow lemon balm, don't you? I didn't this year, but I probably will next year. I want to grow more herbs next year than I did this year. Oh, you have grown it. I thought you had some under the, what do you call that thing? The barn. I had Little Caesars because I was irresponsible and didn't bring food. I actually love Little Caesars. It's like one of my top favorite places to eat. It's just like a mint. Yes, you can dehydrate it. Cool. Or does it lose its sleepy properties? Hey, Patty. Long day, just come on in for the food talk, and I'm hungry. I'm starving. I haven't eaten since yesterday. Yeah. I had a fajita last night. Homemade fajitas. After I burnt my finger. French toast. Oh, that sounds good. I even actually thought about making pancakes. But I'm not sure if I have enough left. I haven't had French toast in a long time. It can be dehydrated and steeped in water to make tea. That's good to know. Why haven't I eaten? I got up at 8:30 and procrastinated until about 9:30. Watered my garden. And then I washed dishes, made tea. Started watching videos and got sidetracked. Next thing I know, it was like 4:30 and we were debating on supper or dinner or whatever you want to call it. And I'm like, well, I don't have time to cook now, so you procrastinated in a way. I'm like the queen of procrastination. And you know, she's gone country. Sometimes I am like, if I go too long without eating, I'll get snippy, and my daughter will look at me and she goes, "You need to eat," because my sugar will drop. But I think I've drank enough tea today that I had enough sugar that it just kind of, I just can't remember eating anything today. Lee's working late, so I'm about to work on a pork chops for supper. Oh, I love pork chops. They don't love me so much. Sometimes they make my stomach hurt. And pork chops is the only thing that does it. Bacon or sausage or ribs don't. Just the pork chop itself. But I still eat it anyway because I love pork chops. Especially barbecued pork chops. You know, the ones you marinate in barbecue sauce and throw in the fire. Of course, I like throwing a lot of things on the grill. Especially ribs. But I'll wrap them in a... I like to get a pan that... I don't care if it gets burn marks on it. and put my ribs in that and seal it up with aluminum foil and whatever I'm marinating it in, and stick it over on the grill over in the corner away from the fire, so it just kind of slow cooks and falls apart. And then when they're almost done, I'll take them out of the pan and stick them directly on the fire to kind of sear them. Yeah, I love everything grilled. Just about. Except for my catfish. I want it deep. I want my catfish fried. But I think everything else, I'd rather have it grilled. Have you ever had rice on a grill? Oh my goodness, that stuff is good. I don't care what you season it with. Just making rice on the grill is awesome. I like it. And I'll cook it in whatever juice that I've been marinating my meat in. I'll throw it in that rice. And Amy hates it when I barbecue pork steaks. How come? For sides, Lee is real easy. He likes mashed potatoes. Yuck, I hate them, so I have to find something green. I cannot stand instant potatoes. There was one brand that was like a sour cream and chive instant potato. I could kind of tolerate that. I'm just kidding. She loves it. She's Gone Country. If you take one of them like aluminum baking pans and put your rice in that and put a piece of aluminum over it and set it over to the side where it's not above the fire, it's just, cooking from the heat. And every once in a while kind of peek in on it and let it cook that way. Oh my goodness, it's good. Especially if you, I marinate my chicken in this orange juice and zesty Italian dressing. And after I've marinated it and use it to brush on the chicken as it cooks, I'll take that stuff and mix it in with my rice and water so it takes on that flavor. That stuff is good. That's why I like rice. It takes on any flavor that you add to it, whether it's marinade or barbecue sauce or whatever. It just takes on that flavor. It is good. And chicken, the reason I use I use orange juice and that zesty Italian dressing, because the orange juice will keep the chicken from getting too dry, and that zesty Italian gives it a kick that is just. My ex, he used to do it with tilapia, because tilapia is kind of like rice. It takes on whatever flavor you give it. And he doesn't like the taste of fish, so he would use orange juice and zesty Italian. Well, one day, me and my daughter got the bright idea of, instead of sticking it on tilapia fish, putting it on chicken. And I just had this big pan that I was marinating the chicken in. And I took the chicken out, and it had all this orange juice and zesty Italian, and I looked at that and I'm like, that's such a waste to throw away. So I took like a half a bag of rice and threw it in there, covered it up, and stuck it on the very far end of the grill and just let it cook that way for like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. I can't remember, because I move it around as the heat would, the coals, because I had this really long grill that was probably about 4 foot long and about 2.5, 3 foot wide. One of the big barrels, and I'd put charcoal through the whole thing, but I'd light one in and let it work its way, so I'd always have a cold spot, if that makes sense. But I grilled a lot of food on Sundays, so it would, I'd take about $150 worth of meat and grill it on Sunday, and then that way through the week we just heat it up as we needed. And you make your sides, and you could have dinner done in like 20 minutes. So when you come home from work, you just, throw your meat like in the oven or microwave, heat it up, cook your sides, and you're done with dinner. That's what I did. I mean, because I worked in Farmers Branch and lived in Fort Worth, and it would take me an hour and a half, 2 hours to get home. So I'd get off at 5, but I wouldn't get home till almost 7. So if you have to start dinner at 7, by the time you sit down and eat, it's almost 9, or 8:30, somewhere in there, and then you take a shower and it's bedtime. So I hated that. So I would just grill up about, I do more than 5 days, because when you're grilling and you're smelling that food, everybody starts eating. So I just grill enough to make sure that we had enough to eat that Sunday, and then Monday through Friday there was enough to heat up. Yeah, it was a long drive. It was only like maybe 30 to 40 miles, but with the traffic in the area, most days it took an hour and a half. It's like I left at 7 in the morning, but I didn't have to be at work until 9. I left at 7, and I'd get there about 8:30, 8:45, depending on the traffic. Some mornings, I got there right at 9. I'd have to call in and say, like, I'm 2 exits away, I'm almost there, there was a wreck. I hated that job. Mainly because of the distance. I mean, it paid decent money, but by the time you got home, you didn't feel like cooking. But if you cooked it all on Sunday, then you could just heat it up through the week. Ain't that right, Scooby-Doo? Come on, dog's down here just looking at me. Ain't that right, baby? Because I know you. In case you jump up there, I don't want you knocking anything off. Oh, she just laid her head on my leg. Nope. I don't know why it does that. This phone's silly. What you doing, baby? You can come up and say hi. Come on. Raise your head and say hi. To my babies. See, you're on camera. See, you're on camera. It's good to be here, guys. I need to start prepping, cooking, and take care of the guys. You have a good one, Dragon Lady, and thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. So does Zena. She says, thanks for coming by. Okay, your breath is kicking a little bit. Maybe I need to start putting that stuff in your water. I mean, it's not as bad as Angel's, but it was... Thank you, Dragon Lady. I appreciate that. Oh, she's my baby. I love it when she just lays her head on my leg. See, she's a good baby, aren't you? But I think she stomped me in my face this morning. I think that's why my eye hurts. It's just the eyeball. Wait, why does my eyeball hurt? Oh, check it out. What I got last, I think it was last Sunday from the Hive in the Homestead. You talk about sweet tasting honey. And they said that it was from their spring collection, so it had a floral taste to it. It's been sitting on my desk, and I've been sticking stuff in it and eating it. That stuff is good. Actually, I was thinking about, we have some local honey, and I was thought about using the local honey for the elderberry syrup. That way it would help with the allergies better, I think. Because this honey is Louisiana honey. But I do have more of this honey. Hey, Patty. I do the same thing, by the way. But you need to make elderberry. Yeah, I know I need to make elderberry syrup. Trust me. I'm feeling sinusy today, as Brett would say. My sinuses have been bugging me for the last couple of days, and this phone is bugging me with that blurry thing. You thought that was a beer at first? What, the honey? Nope, that's honey. I don't know if my phone will focus, because sometimes my phone don't focus. Yeah, having the Homestead honey. I sent you home with a kit. Don't be afraid to make it. I'm waiting until Monday, Amy, so I can buy a strainer or cheesecloth, because apparently I don't have either one. That's me, Betty. And I know part of making the elderberry syrup, you have to strain the berries, and I don't have a strainer, one of those little net strainers, and I don't have any cheesecloth. So, yep. Hey, Brett. You're at work tonight, aren't you, Brett? That's why I'm having a hard time reading tonight, too. Instead of using cheesecloths, you can use an old clean t-shirt or a sheet. Now that I do have. Oh, yeah, Patty, you should never go to the grocery store hungry. I have so learned that lesson. Pantyhose would work. Just make sure they're clean. Yeah, that would just be a skoshimo gross. Skoshimo means little bit. In case you didn't know. But my dog is... I think she's licking her paw, but every once in a while hitting my leg and my shoe. Well, I would say that, but I did actually wear pantyhose August 8th. And the only reason I know what date that was, because that was the day my son got married. So, August, September, October, almost 2 months ago. I don't wear them, but I used to. I use them in the garden. Yep, and actually I could probably get I can get a cheap pair at the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree actually sells pantyhose. But I'm not sure if I have $1. I should, maybe. I do in the winter time, Patty, and my daughter says the same thing. I wear them to go to banks. Oh, that's funny, Brett. If you wore them to go to banks, you wouldn't be having to work. I'm just saying. Unless working is your cover. When we were kids, we used to go get guppies in the sun with the foot of pantyhose on the hanger. Yeah, use them like a net. And I've used them in the garden too for to make little hammocks for cantaloupe or watermelon, or whatever I thought was getting too heavy. But I think last year I actually used a t-shirt, or a piece of a t-shirt, because I cut the sleeves off of almost all my shirts, so I have pieces of material lying around everywhere. Yeah, Amy, only your husband made good ties for tomatoes and peppers. I didn't think about that. That's a good idea. Because it's strong enough to hold, but stretches enough when the plant grows. I'm taking it. I take it. And it's airy enough for the stem to still breathe. I think Brett neutered. If I use them to top plants or even small trees. See, learn something new every day. That's pretty spiffy information. And I don't know why on my computer it looks blurry, but on my phone it doesn't. Alright, dog, what do you... better leave that alone. See, now it's clear on my phone. It drives me crazy. It's like, well, then now it's clear on my computer. Maybe it's just my computer. My computer is kind of old. Ain't that right, puppy wuppy? I think I spilt tea on my dog's head. Or soda or something. I see 2 little drops on your head. I haven't quite got used to this phone. I was supposed to be getting a replacement, but they still haven't called because the LCD screen has like a burn in it, but you can only see it when the picture is really dark. Alright, she's gone, Country Farms. Thanks for stopping by. I sure do appreciate it. But I've noticed sometimes the focus on my phone doesn't stay focused, even when I'm filming. I almost spit out water when you said you spilled drink on Zena's. I did. She's got these 2 little stain drops from... Apparently I've spilled something on her head. But she likes to, like, run her between my feet when I'm walking out the back door. So it's really not a surprise when you think about it. So, ain't that right? She about took out my kneecap earlier, and I looked at her and said, "Look, I've had my knees for 47 years. I like to keep them where they're at." Thank you, though. Megan just busted out laughing. How's the garden? My garden is doing almost excellent. My black-eyed peas are doing great. My corn's doing really good, and zucchini, I have 1 big one and 3 smallish ones, but they're still growing. I think my cantaloupe and watermelon have ran their course. Peppers are going like crazy. Even the cayenne pepper, that volunteer plant, it's got, I think it has 3 red ones and maybe like 6 green ones. But my black-eyed peas have started producing peas. Yeah, my peppers are going insane. I can't get them pulled off the plant quick enough before I have to harvest again. Just by the time I think they're almost done. Because I have 1 bell pepper plant that I'm not sure where it came from. I mean, I know it's not a volunteer plant because I started it from a seedling. But I didn't buy any bell peppers this year. Any bell pepper seeds. Hey, bub. And, it's doing good. It's got several peppers on it right now. And then I have 3 banana peppers. One's kind of small in height, but the other 2 are fairly big, but they're loaded. And then I have that volunteer cayenne pepper plant that's in the U-shaped bed. And it started coming up, and at first I almost plucked it because I thought it was a weed. And then I'm like, it almost don't look like a weed. It almost looks like a plant, but I couldn't tell what kind. And then it got a little bigger, and I'm like, okay, I see flowers on it, so it's some kind of plant. And then it popped up the cayenne, little baby cayenne peppers, and I'm like, well, I wasn't even going to plant cayenne peppers this year. I just have to try to be careful, because next year I want to grow a ton of peppers. Alright, bub, that's no problem. I'm waiting on my food to be delivered. Yep, a volunteer cayenne pepper plant. I grew some last year, and I grew them right next to my banana peppers, and my banana peppers were hot. So this year, and I'd got enough cayenne peppers that I made enough powder last year that I really didn't need to grow any this year because we don't really eat food too spicy. You know, I don't use a whole lot of cayenne pepper, and cayenne pepper, it don't take much to heat something up when you don't eat hot food. When you can't handle hot food, I should say.
What are you doing over there?
You better not be trying to chew on my shoe. Yeah, I'm definitely not from Louisiana. I like my organs. I don't try to abuse them that often. Even though when it does come to ramen noodles, I do love hot sauce in it. And a lot of it. In fact, the last time that I ate ramen noodles and hot sauce, I couldn't tell if my lips were on fire from the hot sauce or from the heat of the noodles from the stove. And you stay away from that corner. You got a toy down there to play with. You play with it. But please don't chew up any more of my shoes. Please and thank you. But next year I'm going to try to be really careful because next year I want to grow the paprika pepper. There's some apple peppers, sweet apple peppers I want to grow. And I think it was some kind of king sweet pepper. It was from the seeds I got from the bash. I got them all over there in a big envelope. I think they were called king sweet peppers or something. But what I want to do is I'm going to Google it and see what the sweetest peppers are and grow all of those and then have like a little taste test to see which ones are the sweetest. Hey, Grow Where You Planted, how are you doing? I'm just rambling about peppers. Because I guess two of my favorite things to grow so far is peppers and black-eyed peas. Of course, if I'd known how well my black-eyed peas would do, I would have grown them sooner. What are you doing? Xena. She can't stick her head under my bed. Yay. Tomorrow's Friday, because you guys are going to be there Saturday, right? Or are you going to be there tomorrow? Because where are you from? That ain't that far of a drive, is it? If I had the money, I would be there too. I mean, if you were Abby or white pepper, no, I don't do hot. Like 3 days hot? No. 5 hours to Amy's. We are stopping at Oakdale. Not cool. It takes me 6, unless there's a lot of construction and I lock myself out of my truck. Then it's like 8. But my bruise is looking a whole lot better. You can't even hardly see it anymore. I can't believe I did that. I mean, I can, but I can't. It's like, because I kept having that fear before I left for days. I got a feeling you better just lay down. There you go. That I can live with. Okay, last week when I was going to Amy's, first of all, I hit Dallas traffic, and it took me like an hour to go like 10 miles, to take a 10-minute trip. And somewhere, I want to say Maryville, Texas or something like that, I stopped at McDonald's. And my truck is an '04. It doesn't have one of the... It's got manual locks. They're not automatic, so I don't have one of those little remote controls to unlock and lock the truck. Maybank, that's right. It was Maybank. So, and I had Xena with me. So I stopped at McDonald's, and I didn't want to turn off the truck and have my dog in there. Couldn't bring my dog into McDonald's. So I cracked the window, and I had a key made that it'll unlock my doors, but it won't start my truck because it doesn't have the computer chip. And I was talking to the dog when I pulled into the parking lot. I stuck it in drive, and I was taking the key off the key ring while it was still in the ignition. And I'm talking to the dog, and I was like, okay, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom and get us some food. I talked to my dog because she's kind of got anxiety issues. So when I talk to her, it seems to calm her down, or maybe that's just me. So I take the key off, and I stick it in my pocket, and I get out of the truck, and I hit the lock, and I shut it. I go to the bathroom, and then I go get her food, and I'm coming back out to the truck, and I pull the key out of my pocket, and it's my house key, not my extra truck key. So my truck's running, my door is locked, and my dog is in there. So I walk up, and I stick my soda on the truck bed, put my food on top of the truck roof. I climb up on the running bar that's on the side of the truck, and I shove my arm into the window crack. And then I slide it down, because there's no way I can reach that lock. My arm's way too short for everybody that wants to make fun of how short I am. Well, my arms are way too short to reach the lock to reach it. But I know if I can get that door handle, the door will open up. So I stick my arm in there and then just slide it down and reach, and I open the door. And the door starts to open, and my arm's stuck. And it almost knocks me off the foot runner. So I easily shut the door. I'm like, okay, I can shut it now, because now that I've opened it, it's unlocked. And my arm is stuck. And I look over at the lobby, and there's people eating, staring at me, not coming in to help at all. And I see it starting to swell, like right in here. And my phone is in my pocket, but it's in my left pocket. My left arm is the one that's stuck in the window, and my right hand can't reach inside my left pocket. So I ended up just sticking it in a little further to where this little ridge is, and sliding it back up, and then pulling my arm out. I grabbed my food, and I grabbed my soda, sit in the truck, shut the door, and feed the dog, and then I eat, and I'm like, okay, we can leave now. But yeah, that was, and the next day it was bruised from like there to there. You can ask Amy. It looked bad, and it was sore to the touch. And so I have to work a half day tomorrow, and then we'll be leaving about 1, and should be in Oakdale by 5 or so. I heard about the trip, and Amy was worried about. Yeah, that was another thing, because at Maybank, my GPS really wasn't working, and we couldn't really Marco Polo each other. She tried to call me 3 times, and two of the times it just went to voicemail or something. And then the third time we actually made contact, but it dropped the call. And as soon as I left the McDonald's, this is what you call divine intervention. After I locked myself out of my truck and I got back in and ate, we started driving down the road, and we come to a construction zone. And it's one of them where it's one way only. They stop the traffic ahead of you and let y'all go, and then they stop this one and let them go. And I've been sitting here, and we're sitting, and finally she lets mine go. I guess we sit there a good 20 minutes before she lets us go. And then she stops at 2 cars in front of me. And the other side's supposed to be coming this way. Well, we sit there, and all of a sudden, I guess about 30 minutes later, if that, I see a helicopter hovering in the sky, and it finally lands. And I guess it's another 5-10 minutes. People have already started getting out of their cars. That's how long we've been sitting there. The lady that's directing the construction, she comes up to the cars in front of me, and she's, "Hey, Rasta 504, how are you doing?" She tells them something, and they're talking for a minute, and then she finally comes to my truck, and she goes, "I don't know where you're going, but it may be quicker to turn around and go back the way you came and hit that town and go around." I looked at her, I'm like, "I'm going to Louisiana. I'm thinking I'm at 175, or on 175. And I pretty much, I got the GPS, because I pretty much don't know where I'm going unless I have the GPS tell me where to go. And but at this point in time, my signal is spotty at best. So I sit there for a few minutes, and she says, because one of the other guys goes, "Well, you can't even get it down to one lane." And she goes, "No, they have to get the guy stable. There was a wreck." She goes, "When I stopped y'all, and the other side was, or when she stopped, or when that side was stopped, and she let the people in front of me go, a truck came burling through and came across and hit 2 cars and 2 motorcycles. And now the helicopter's there, and it can't take off until they get the guy stable. And we can't go through until the helicopter's off the highway. So, we might want to turn around, because they say it's going to be a while. We have no idea. It could take 30 minutes. It could take 2 hours. However long it takes to get him stable. Then the helicopter can take him. Then y'all can go through." So I finally said, "You know what? Okay, I'll just turn around and go." And then I got to thinking about it. She stopped that thing 2 cars in front of me. And we had sat there a while. If I hadn't have locked myself in the truck at McDonald's, I could have been in that. Because I would have been up further, and I would have made it through. And I'm like, okay, maybe locking myself out of my truck wasn't stupidity. Maybe it was divine intervention. Because if I hadn't have, I could have been in that wreck. So, after, I heard somebody one time say, don't complain about being stuck in traffic or something, because maybe that was God's way of slowing you down, keeping you out of something that was bad that was going to happen. And when that happened, I thought about it, and I'm like, that could have been me, because it only stopped 2 cars ahead of me. And we had sit in that line for about 30 minutes before the wreck ever happened, because they would stop ours and let this other side go. Then they would stop that one and let some of us go. And the last time that she stopped it was 2 cars ahead of me. And if I hadn't have got locked out at McDonald's, at a couple miles back, then I could have been in that. I could have been up that far. And it's just like, it's just wild. But my GPS wasn't working, so I turned around, went back to the next exit, made a right, pulled over, and pulled up the map to where I could see it, and kind of where this side road would lead back to 175, but hopefully past the wreck. So my GPS wasn't working. I couldn't recalculate it, so I just kept following that road. And every time my phone would get signal, the GPS would try to get me to turn around and go back and recalculate. And finally I got far enough that it kicked in and I got signal. Yep, you never know what he's protecting you from that you are unaware of. Exactly. And it was just one of those moments. And as I'm taking this old back road that I really didn't know where I was going, but I kind of sort of had an idea, that thought kept playing in my head that, man, if I hadn't have stopped at McDonald's and gotten locked out and taken so long to get back on the road, because I think I was there at least a good 15 minutes. Because, 5 to use the bathroom and get my food and get back to the truck, and then another 5 to 10 dangling from the door, and then 5 to calm down. That could have been me. I could have been in that mess, You just never know. But that's what I kept thinking about the whole time that, I was taken that side road to get in front of that accident. That whole time, if that hadn't happened, I could have been in the middle of that. And it just made you, kind of makes you think. Yeah, I was dangling from the door by my arm. That's why it was bruised so bad. Oh, that, and when it was first stuck, I took my other hand and tried to push down the window. Because it's a crank window. It's not a electric window. But I finally got my arm out. And I think I drove a couple more hours. Maybe 1 or 2 more hours before I got a good enough signal that Amy's phone call went through. And I told her whatever highway I was on and where I was at and that I was okay before the phone call dropped. And then when I got a little bit closer, it was kind of, I think I was on the Louisiana side, but I was supposed to be making the left. Well, the left was a railroad track, and it wasn't. There was a train, and it wasn't moving. So I went straight and did a U and come back to make a right, and then here comes this other train. It's 6 hours. It's a little under 400 miles, but it took me 8 hours that Monday, that Monday to get there. Something that usually only takes me 6 hours took me 8. Between the traffic in Dallas, getting locked out of my car, the wreck on a... Ooh, thank you.
You're welcome.
The wreck just past Maybank. And then the train, at the they were switching lanes or tracks. Between all that, it took me 2 extra hours to get to Amy's. But Zena did really good. I figured she would be, a little worse for wear, being in the truck for 8 hours, but she was fine. And the way back, it only took me about 6 hours. It was smooth sailing on the way back. I was almost... You ever drive and you're just not really paying attention, but you're driving, and the next thing you know, you're almost there, and it's just like, did I go through a time portal? What happened? Yeah, Amy about lost her mind for an hour because she couldn't get a hold of me, not through text message, phone call, Marco Polo, nothing. And, in today's day and age, when everybody has a cell phone, and there's, towers just about everywhere, you wouldn't think that you wouldn't be able to get a hold of somebody, especially on a highway. But when I had to jump off the highway and take that old back country road, and that's exactly what it was, I had no bars. And sitting there like, it was like I passed homesteads, basically. Because like every other section was a house with cows and goats and usually grazing together, and tractor here and there. It was just basically homestead country is what I was kind of seeing it in my head. Farming country basically, and it was nice, and big older trees and just scenic country views. It was really nice. I'm just so glad my truck didn't break down or anything. Yeah, I know you smell the food. She knows she'll get a bite. But I told her plain, so there probably isn't no lettuce on there for you. Because my dog will eat the lettuce right off of a McChicken. Not too many dogs like lettuce, but my dog likes lettuce. She's kind of weird. She'll basically eat anything that I'm eating. Except for when I very first got her, she wouldn't touch Cheetos. I'm like, a dog that don't like junk food? She'll eat one now, but she'll eat the lettuce off my burger quicker than she will a Cheeto. Are you wanting out, baby? Zena, are you wanting out, sweetheart? Are people eating without you? Here, let me let her out real quick. forgot to say something, but I saw it. I think it was Amy that says something about Xena's tail. Xena's tail is a weapon. My dog loves Cheetos. Most of my dogs have. Xena, she's not that crazy about them. Mine loves popcorn, will absolutely beg until it's all gone. I think Xena might eat popcorn. I mean, I know she'll eat. If she sees me eat it, she'll pretty much try it. But there's just certain things that she loves more than others. And she loves the lettuce off of my burger and my tacos. And like if we go to Taco Casa or Taco Bell or something and I'm eating a taco, you know how they always overload it and lettuce and cheese tends to fall? Oh, she'll tear it up. So I get to where I give her some. She loves it. Of course, she pretty much eats whatever I do, plus her dog food. Of course, Amy knows how expensive Xena's dog food is. Angel loves sunflower seed chill and all. That's cute. I love sunflower seeds too, but I don't care for the shells. In fact, I don't even know why you bother with sunflower seeds in the shells. I just buy them already shelled. But that may be the lazy side of me. It just seems easier. I'm kind of worried about her though, because I bought some chicken nuggets on the way home from Louisiana, and she wouldn't really touch them. She'd eat one or two every once in a while, but I'm like, come on, these are chicken nuggets now. This is all we getting until we get home. She kind of snubbed her nose to it, and I'm like, okay. If that's what you want to do, but she'll tear up some beef jerky. And sometimes when I stop to get gas and use the bathroom, I'll go in and I'll either get a cheese stick or a beef jerky stick or both. And me and her, I'll get the one that has like the pack, and I'll share it with her. She loves beef jerky and she loves cheese. I'm not sure how healthy it is for her, but she loves it. I had a dog that would, he loved French fries and cheeseburgers, but he wouldn't eat a $40 turkey. He ended up, when he was a puppy, he ended up with I say puppy, he was an older puppy. He ended up with kennel cough. And the vet told me to feed that dog whatever he'll eat, that he didn't care if it was table scraps, just to get him to eat or he wasn't going to make it. So it was around Thanksgiving and I was trying to give him some of the turkey. He wouldn't touch it. And I'm like, dog, that's $40 turkey. So I went to I think it was Whataburger. What a burger. And picked up a hamburger or a cheeseburger and french fries, and I came back and I'm sitting on the floor. He's on the couch and he's about got his head right here, and I'm sitting there eating, and he kind of raises his head up and starts sniffing. So I give him a french fry and he starts eating it and smacking in my ear, and finally got him to eat. Wouldn't eat a $40 turkey, but he'd eat a hamburger or a cheeseburger and french fries. I can hear Xena's tail at the door. Yeah. Are you back? Was that your way of knocking? Oh, jeez. Was that your way of knocking? Huh? Was that your way of knocking? Yeah, you smell them chickens up there. I ain't stupid. You ain't loving on me. You're smelling food. Oh, Whataburger. We don't have that here, but I've had in Texas. Yes. It's expensive, but it's good. When I visit. Well, Teresa, you're welcome to come anytime. You know, we have land. You could always move here. I'm just saying. Yeah. I like Whataburger. What a burger. I call it water burger, but it's what a burger. Because, you know, us Texans talk kind of funny. I would love to stay and chat more, but I have to get packed. Got a big weekend. I completely understand. And y'all be safe tomorrow when you're traveling. I'll keep you in my prayers. But thank you so much for coming by and spending some time with me and my dog and my Megan and my Cole that ran off. We would never leave this place. He grew up next door and loves it here. I understand that, Teresa. I lived here as a kid and then couldn't wait to come back. We'll see. I don't know if I'll ever leave. Maybe I will. I'll follow my kids. Can't wait to see you. Be safe, Susan. Yep. Definitely be safe. What? I don't think there's lettuce on it. I ordered it plain. Nope. There's no lettuce on it. I'm sorry. She's looking at me like a heifer. I don't care. Give me a bite anyway. There. Just because I love you. Tell Megan that she's moving to Louisiana. I don't think she would mind. I think it's Cole that doesn't want to move to Louisiana. You'd have to work on him. This was tobacco farm and Lee's family lived on it. Intended the crops for the man, right? Yeah, but every once in a while, you know, a certain piece of land just speaks to you and you just don't ever want to leave it. You know, whether it's family grew up on it or you just, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't born in Texas. I was born in California, raised in Missouri, Arkansas, and Tennessee. Notification. But, well, I say that, but I also lived in North Carolina and Texas. And Texas was always my favorite out of all the places I've ever lived. I'll take up that challenge, the Cole challenge. Yeah, he's the one you need to work on if you want us living in Louisiana. You don't even want to leave to go on vacation. Well, okay, I don't mind leaving to go on vacation. I like seeing places, but I've been to Kentucky. It's pretty. I don't remember what part, but I know it was close to Missouri. Because me and you talked about that one night. Because I was like 9 months pregnant with my son when we went. Which was not that bright. Because, I mean, I was huge. We hopped in a little car and drove up to Kentucky. Or over. I think it was over. I'd have to look at the map. But I've lived in Arkansas, Tennessee, Texas, North Carolina. My mom told me I lived in Ohio, but I don't remember that. But Texas has always been my favorite. But that doesn't mean I would never leave. If my kids wanted to live in a different state, I'd probably follow. Ain't that right? So I can't say, I used to. Now, if you'd asked me a couple, about 4 years ago, would I ever leave Texas, I'd tell you no. Only the only way I'd leave Texas is feet first in a body bag. Against my will. Or chained up against my will. But I don't say that anymore, because you just never know. God has a plan for you. You're going to go where He wants you. My dogs are allergic to all bird. I don't think Xena's allergic to anything. I did have a dog that was kind of allergic to grass when she was a puppy, but nothing that she ate. It was just whatever touched her. And Xena I don't think she's allergic to any food. Or anything for that matter. Yeah, never say never. Because you don't know where you could end up, what mission he has planned for you, where you could be, what you could be doing. You need to stay away from over there. Yes, I know. You ain't gotta paw me. You're not getting both of that. Sorry. You act like you ain't had a meal in days. We both know that ain't true. Alright, that's enough. You're not getting all my food. But cute little thing. That's why she ends up with so much of my food, because she's so damn cute. Look at you. She's sniffing my fingers looking for more. Xena. Xena. See, how can you tell that face no? I love you. Oh, I love you, baby. Oh, I got that neck, huh? Is that your kryptonite? Oh, you wanna talk to me? Oh, not my face. Not my face. Not my face. Not my face. What you gonna do now? What you gonna do now? She's a good dog, though. I can't complain. She cuddles with me every night. She gets up with me and goes to the garden. And she'll even patrol my garden at night when I let her out. I'll watch her. She'll, like, go around the garden beds. Chase off any predators. And she's never really messed with anything in the garden either. You know, like a tomato or pepper or anything like that. And trust me, I've kept an eye on her just to make sure. But she's never messed with anything growing. Heavy girl. Oh, there's Gracie May. They must smell the food. Hey, don't leave her in here with...
Gracie, come on.
That's your dog. You take that one.
Gracie, come here.
Thank you. Love that dog. She's a good dog, though. No accidents in the house. She don't really run off. She pretty much stays with me. Even when we were at Amy's, I didn't have to have her on a leash. She stayed right by my side most of the time. Isn't that right? Now, the first day, I did keep her on the leash, especially when I introduced her to the goats. Because she's scared of chickens. And apparently she's scared of goats, too. Well, we have a little Shih Tzu. Her name's Gracie May. That's Megan's dog. And the only time Megan's dog wants to be in my room is either it's storming or I have food. So it's like, take your dog. Don't leave her in here. Because she will she will beg for your food. She'll yelp. Or, not yelp. She'll has this high-pitched whiny bark. Until you give her a bite. And I'm like, no. Xena will sit right there. She'll never bark or growl or whimper or nothing. She won't paw at you. She'll just sit there patiently waiting for you to give her something. Gracie, not so much. So, like, hey, McClendon. Is that Chris or Stacy? So do I go, hey, girlfriend, or do I go, hey, Kilt the Giant? Yeah, I love a well-behaved dog, but she's always been that way. She's a rescue, and That's just the way she was. I mean, when I first got her, and every once in a while she'll chew on a shoe. She chewed my flip-flop twice. But other than that, she doesn't do anything. Just, I've been on here just now being able to talk. Oh, I was changing my phone. It's Stacy. Hey, girlfriend. How you doing? Are you home yet? Did you make it safe? Did your truck get fixed? I probably know these answers, but just forgot. Because, you know, old age. But, yeah, she's a very good dog. She's chewed up some things, but not a whole lot. She's always been well behaved ever since I got her. I think they said she was 1.5 to 2, and we got her in February, so she's probably 2.5 to 3. I'm thinking more 2.5. At least that's the papers that the vet did anyway. Said that she was. The paper said she was 1.5. The people, the organization we adopted her from said 2. So I don't know. I see your dog hair on my desk. It's alright. I was still working on the truck and Ashley said, hey, she is sitting right by me. Does that answer it? Yeah. Hey, girlfriend. Hey, girlfriend. That's hi for both of you. What's wrong with the truck? Just, you know, out of curiosities. Hey, Brett. Welcome back. I'm back too. Make sure I haven't missed any. Nope, I'm doing good. Yay, go me. I think we're gonna end it maybe like at 7:40-ish, 7:45-ish. That way the Amy can get ready for her live that I will be present for. But I'll be eating my McChickens with my barbecue sauce. Because last night, that's where I got the idea from. It's not my idea. If any of you have watched Bobblehead Homestead and his buddy, Drew from Dutch Creek Cabin, they were eating at McDonald's. Well, Drew likes McChickens, like I like. And he took the McChicken and put the McDonald's tangy barbecue sauce on it. And I said, ooh, I want to try that. So when Megan told me I was getting McChickens tonight, I had her get me the barbecue sauce. To start with, it was the ball joints. Got that fixed. Now it's the tie rod that needs a new tire. Wow. Been there, done that, and glad it broke before you hit the road. Hey, Ashley. The butters. How are y'all? That sounded country, didn't it? All my favorite peoples. So what's hey Brooke. So what's Drew and Christopher doing? Are they making kilts? And you? Alright, Patty. I appreciate you coming by. Hubby needs help. Love you. See you later. The dog is scratching at my door. Not my dog, my daughter's dog. You have a good one, Patty. And thanks so much for stopping by. Megan, are you watching? Will you get your dog? And you, and you, and you? Yes. Oh. I doubt he's still in here, but maybe. Just maybe. Drew's sitting here watching you too. Christopher is in town right now. Cool. Like Fort Worth town? Or like Burleson. I don't know why I'm being nosy. I guess because, you know. Just because. So, hang on just a second. Hey. Megan. Huh? Oh. That figures. She's outside. Why not be nosy? Yeah, pretty much. It's just, you know, I think it's a woman thing. I don't know. I just am. It's a nosiness. I just got to know. Where you at? What you doing? How are you? Apparently I ain't the only one. We're gonna start calling you the nosy gnome. The mosey. Will you get Gracie? She's scratching at my door.
Where's my...
She's out there. She just keeps knocking at my door. He bait the hook. Not the mouse. Not the face. I spend a lot of time saying that, don't I? What are you doing, dog? Jeez. Brett, I can't read that. Mom and them. That almost looks like Eminem. And how you doing, bait the hook? Crazy little bulldog. Yeah. By the way, Brooke is cooking us keto cookies. Taking my state record long gourd to get certified on Saturday. Now that's awesome. Did you see our video we put up yet? When did you put it up? If you put it up today, then no. I watched spooky videos all day. Like the top 5 unknowns videos. And conspiracy something videos on Facebook. Really? Really? Hang on, folks. Roots and Refuge Farm. Premiere in 30 minutes. Thank you. Is insufficient. Alrighty then. And my phone is stuck. There it goes. No man, 2 days ago. Boo. Tinfoil hat kind of stuff. Yeah, but don't do what I did yesterday. I think it was yesterday. No, day before. Fall asleep listening to it. Because then you have weird dreams. Yes, I'm watching you. Really? It's over there and you're not getting it. Not yet. Oh. That's my soda. You know what you're doing. You want out? Is that what you want? Little Timmy down the wheel? I do that. Megan laughs at me. I saw the one of 2 days ago. I think the last one I saw y'all were playing cards. Come to think about it. But I haven't been on YouTube much. I've been on Facebook watching tinfoil videos, as Brett called them. I don't know why, I've just been in that mood. Yes, dear. What can I do you for? What do you need? Oh. You're such a ham. Get down. Yeah, I did too. And some of them were just pure entertainment, and some of them kind of, the reunion. That was cold. Her nose is cold. Some of them were like entertainment, some of them were kind of mysterious, and then others were just plain stupid. What do you want out? I will let you out. That's what you're wanting. Here. Run and be free. Silly dog. But, some of them were just for, I don't know. It's just fun to watch. Entertainment. Some of them are kind of, make you think, I guess. Especially the conspiracy ones. My mom always told me only believe... Let's see, how does she used to say that? None of what you hear and only half of what you see. Because your eyes can play tricks on you. So. But it's always good to stimulate the brain. I think. Things that make you think. Keeping an open mind. Because sometimes fact is stranger than fiction. I think that was on the Twilight. Alright. We're going to be on here for a few more minutes. That way I can eat my mint chickens and use the bathroom and get ready for the Broussards live. I saw part of it. Got to go back and finish it because I got a phone call in the middle of it. It wasn't me this time. I haven't talked to you since this morning. And I didn't do nearly what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to be raking up those leaves and I still ain't done it yet. Because leaves have gotten so thick in my backyard you can't even see the grass. So I was using a lawnmower to mulch them up and putting them in my garden bed, that empty one. I still didn't do it either. I did part of it. Oh, my phone always rings in the middle of stuff. Yeah. I think it was yesterday, it was yesterday, me and Amy were talking on Marco Polo, and all of a sudden it just kind of cut off. I'm like, well, either her phone died or her Marco Polo shut down. And she messaged me back, nope, got a phone call. I'm like, okay. Yeah, but I really haven't watched too much. Except for that Facebook's. That little, you know how it has like your profile and then groups and then I think it's like a little TV. I hit that thing like last week by accident and found all these weird videos and comedy videos, and of course 2 days ago was NCIS, so that's what I watched Tuesday. Mine usually rings while I'm in the middle of something, but it's those, what do you call it? Where it's, you answer it and there's nothing there. It's just silent. Or some Asian lady speaking a language I can't understand. Or somebody looking for, I think it's Jill Gibson and Eric Shaw. I'm like, it's not their number. It hasn't been their number for a good 5 years now. Actually, longer than that. Not about 5 years I've had that number. What is that? Oh, that's just notifications. Okay, cool. We're good. Bring my chat back up so I can see it. I guess it's telemarketers because there's just nothing. You know, it's just silent. But every once in a while I'll get a telemarketer that, you know, that'll speak. But sometimes it's just, I don't know, dead silence or automated. I guess it may be the automated calls. The robocalls, I think it's what it's called. And I'll block it, and what kills me is I'll block it, but then they call back and it still lets them leave a, even when I block it, it'll still leave a voicemail. Well, then I'll check the voicemail, and it's just nothing. It's just silence. It's like, really? And I hate that stupid little voicemail notification icon, so I have to check it. I cannot leave that thing on my phone. That's one of the things OCD really starts kicking in. I can't handle that. It's like, I gotta check my voicemail. Yeah, robocalls. I hate them things. This is like, what's the point? Because I don't ever get a human. Well, I take that back. Twice I did get a human, but it was an Asian lady speaking, I don't know, Mandarin something. It wasn't English. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with that. So I just hung up. Well, that and Marco Polo kills Amy's phone quick. Her battery life is struggling with Marco Polo. Mine's not doing much better either. I don't know why that one particular app tends to zap my phone so quick. My game doesn't. Facebook doesn't. YouTube doesn't. To a point. Asian lady speaking Asian. That's what she was speaking. I mean, I know, imagine that, an Asian lady speaking Asian. But you know, you pick up the phone and you hear something not English. Oh, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have a translator. And then there are other ones that are for me, which are rare. But my son did call me the other night, which was nice. I talked to him for an hour. Hour and a half. I need to call my mama, too. Make sure she's okay. Doing all right. You know, I have the do not disturb on, but I still get my notifications that go across. So that's what grabs my attention. I just say press 1 for English. I so should try that next time. Most of the time, the Asian lady goes straight to voicemail. I don't know if it's just, I just so happen not to answer it then or what. Oh Lord, that says I got 40 notifications. I don't think so. Shrink that back down. That's crazy. Alright, it's 7:40. And, you know, it's getting about that time. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all that came to sit with me, listen to me ramble, and play with my cross, and play with my dog, and whatnot. But the Broussards are going to be on at 8 o'clock. You know where I'm going to be at 8 o'clock. Because it's just you and Abby tonight, right? So I'll definitely be on there. But I'll be eating my McChickens unless I get done before then. Yes, ma'am, you will see me soon. But I thank each and every one of you all for coming out and making my night. Because it does make my night, by the way. Yeah, even when I'm having a bad day, when I come on here and y'all pop in and say hi, it just brightens my day. Yep, Brett's working. God bless you and have a great evening. Right, and y'all be safe. Y'all have fun. God bless everybody. I love everybody. That sounds cheesy, but you know what I mean. I love you, my peoples. I don't know where that is. That's not hick. I don't know where that come from. But y'all have a blessed night and take care, and thanks for coming by. Later, people.